Hold on. Good morning. I am here at a listing and the sun is bright that I am selling. We are planning to close on Friday, and it made me, we have all hands on deck today. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of walk through some things that we deal with here in Corpus Christi, and I'm sure many other markets. So when we're dealing in Corpus Christi, we have very expansive clay soil, and apart from Padre Island and Flower Bluff, there's sand, loamy sand, which is great soil for us to build on because it packs down and it doesn't expand and contract and create foundation problems. But in the rest of the city, we have dark clay soil. It's very hard, and it expands and contracts very aggressively. And so when it rains, think of a sponge. If you have a small little sponge, and then when the water hits it, it expands out and swells up. Well, that will cause your foundation to move. Okay, so and it can cause your foundation to crack or become destabilized. Okay, so when that happens, it's not the end of the world, but we'll need to stabilize your foundation. Okay, oftentimes if that happens, your foundation's moving and the soil's moving around, it can cause your plumbing to come loose. Okay, your drains. And so when those drains come loose, they can also leak water underneath your home and cause more movement of your foundation. Okay, little leaks, not so much, but if you have a little leak, who's to say that it's not becoming a big leak later on? Now, we also, when you're dealing with older homes and even some of the newer homes, 10, 15-year-old homes, codes change, okay? Codes change. And so what was code 5 years ago is, has changed some. There's something here that we deal with called double lugging on the newer homes, where they put the neutral and the grounds together on a same lug. And now that's, they want to change that. So I've talked to several master electricians and they say it's okay, but it's better to separate them. Okay. There's also something called arc fault protection. It's, a lot of the homes don't have arc fault protection. It protects your electrical from arcing and causing fires. It was just, most of these homes are fine and they're doing okay, but in our market, they're not going to say you need to change it to put in arc fault protection. Okay. There are breakers and there are different things they do to make it safe for you. So I liken it to buying an older car. And if the older car doesn't come with airbags, you can still have a seatbelt, it just doesn't have airbags. That's what you get when you buy that older car, right? Or you don't have all the technology with that older car, right? It's still working, it's still okay, it still can be safe considering what it is, but you can't buy an older home and expect it to be outfitted with the things of a newer home, right? I'm walking into a garage. So and it's very hot. I'm very sweaty right now. So there's that. Here in Corpus, so I said the foundation, the plumbing, electrical. Sometimes when you have an old panel, the wires can start to maybe melt, depending if it's a bad breaker, or you need new breakers, or you don't have GFCI protection. That's when your breakers trip if they get wet. Okay, so those are a lot of the things to think about here. Don't panic. The seller can do them, fix them for you. Here, you definitely need to do all the items that are hazards, the electrical, if it's a hazard, the plumbing, the foundation, major roof problems. Okay, so right now, today, I'm here at my house that I'm selling, and we've got the all hands on deck, and another thing I wanted to point out in this video is the fact that, Orlando and I really love to take care of our clients and make sure we can be here for them, especially whether they live here or not. A lot of our clients move out of town when they sell their home, so we have to manage all the crews that are coming in and out of the house. So hold on, it's really loud. So in this case, we have the electrician here. We have the electrician here. We have the handyman here to fix the fence. We have the plumber has his crew here digging underneath the house because there was a plumbing leak. You can leave that. A plumbing leak. And what else? Electrician, plumber, handyman. And the pest control guy already came and treated for evidence of drywood termites. It didn't mean they were necessarily active. They probably weren't, honestly. But if there's evidence and they've never had treatment, then we have to treat them just to be safe. Okay, that's just a protective measure for people. So don't let termite stuff scare you too much. I mean, here when we buy our older homes, you know, in particular, you know, there's going to be some termite action over the years. Like when Orlando and I bought our house, we opened up some of the drywall because we could see that there was some damage and we thought it was termite. And when we opened it up, sure enough, there had been termite damage up in the 2x4s in the ceiling and in the wall. Not crazy, but it's there. But you're never going to know that unless you tear it open. Realistically, you know, keep an eye on your home. Have your house checked yearly for subterranean termites and drywood termites, because especially subterranean, they eat really fast and they come up through like moist areas, maybe around the bathrooms, and go up your beams, or outside along your foundation. They'll go up inside the walls. But it's just life, guys. And anyway, so we're here. This is our cute little house I'm selling. I just took down all my staging stuff. That's another thing, you know. Of course I do these videos because I want to help people and whatever, but it's also part of my marketing to let people know that when you hire a realtor, you know, Orlando and I came up with a little slogan, your on-call realtor, get what you pay for. Because if you're going to pay me to do work, right, thousands of dollars usually when you hire a realtor, you want to make sure you pay them for something, you know. So Orlando and I, we're prepared to do light staging. We don't move in a bunch of furniture or whatever, but we take the effort to put in colors and decorate so that the house feels warm and welcoming. Like this one that I sold, you know, if you guys look at the pictures, 526 Handover Place or Drive, 78412, 526 Handover, 78412, you'll see how the pictures look really good. Even though it wasn't full of furniture, it looked very inviting and welcoming. And then now my client has moved out of town and they're about 3, 4, 5 hours away, and they can't be here to manage all this. So, you know, fortunately, after doing real estate here in Corpus since 2012, I call around the reputable people that I know and help my client get things done in a timely manner. Because if they were here, they wouldn't know who to call, and they're far away and they can't supervise. So, you know, I'm an all hands on deck kind of gal, and so is my husband. The analogy we make is that, my arm is getting tired, is that if you're in a boat, right, and there's a hole in the ship and water's rushing in, you know, if there's an issue, who do you want to be with you? A realtor who's going to be there, a person who's going to be there in the water, helping you stop that, you know, stop that flow of water and help you take care of that issue? Or are you going to want a realtor that says, well, call me when you got it done. I'm going to sit up here and cross my legs and, you know, wait till you tell me. No, you know, some people would say, well, it's not my job as a realtor to do that. Well, yes and no. Like if you're the expert and you're the one there with them, what are they paying you for? Just to throw it on the internet? No. I mean, you need to be there as the expert on how to help them walk through stuff and how to negotiate. Help them prepare when they're listing, like, hey, if we have a plumbing leak, that doesn't change the value. You might have a $5,000 plumbing leak, but that's not going to make your house worth $2,000 or $5,000 more, right? They'll go, oh, I just paid that $5,000 for my plumbing. I want more money. Well, no, that's not how it works. So it doesn't change the value of the house if you have to do your repairs. It's just an unfortunate situation. Buyers, be aware that even newer homes can need some foundation stabilization or have a plumbing leak or need some repairs, okay? Don't let it scare you. Just be aware of it and make sure you have a realtor that knows how to inform you of what to expect so that it's not as scary or overwhelming. Because if, you know, when you look at if you know about sports, and my husband and I have talked about this, if you're an athlete, or in particular special professional athlete, or even a coach, even in high school, you study what you need to know, like what the enemy's going to do. And in this case, not our enemy, but our competition, right? In this case, we study the house. Oh, it's 1979. It has a 10-year-old roof or a 20-year-old roof. It probably will need a reroute or repairs potentially. Same thing with the foundation. It probably will have some electrical that needs to be done, because we already know ahead of time what we're dealing with and how to play this game. So same thing, you tell the same thing to the buyers. This is what to expect. Hopefully we don't have to deal with all that stuff. Maybe they've taken care of some of it. But if not, we're ready to move forward and address it when it comes. So that's that. And have a great day, Daniel, in the UK, right? UK? Bless you.